We are back from negative 15 degrees Wisconsin, back into Florida, and we're actually about to load the car up again and go on another mini road trip, this time to Gtechniq headquarters in Atlanta to finish this transformation off. I've actually wanted to go to their brand new headquarters, I guess it's like 2 years old now, for a while, so I'm really excited to go show them the car. Then we're going to do a full coating on our freshly wrapped RX-8. So we have a 7-8 hour road trip ahead of us. Just me and Vic, big rigging all the way there. Let's go.
Several hours later.
To the Gtechniq official training facility and content studio, right? You guys do a lot of filming here?
Yeah.
And you guys completely built this out how long ago? Like
we got it a little after COVID, so kind of during we acquired the place, and
okay.
then it took a little longer to build out because COVID messed a lot of the construction up. It kind of delayed things, but it took a little while, but we've got it right where we want it. So this is our kind of HQ for North America. So right next door is our shipping and receiving. This location that we're in here today is going to be our training and marketing center. We also do some instructional things, so you know, as far as detailing content, coding instruction, paint correction training. We also do some detailing out of here too.
We are so stoked to be here. This car and us have gone on a complete journey over the past 2 weeks. We started off doing our transformation at Fitment in Wisconsin about 2 weeks ago, where it was negative 15 degrees. We actually went back to Florida to dial in some things on this car, and then Victoria and I drove all through the night to make it here near Atlanta to do a full coating of the HALOv2 Flexible Film Protectant, which is really cool because it's specifically made for film and PPF, correct?
Yeah, so the goal with Halo is to maintain the flexibility of the film. So we have some conditioning agents inside there, along with a silazane blend that's going to give you increased water repellency, gloss, and slickness. It's going to make this wrap pop a lot, especially in the sun.
So you can still protect your wrap, guys, even if you have PPF as well. You can get protected and make it even extra glossy and hydrophobic. So we're going to be doing a full detail decon before we get started, and then doing the coating. So I'm going to help out, get some official training underway. This is very, very long overdue to finally be here and get some proper final reveal shots of our new build.
What are these sprays?
So this is our W5, which is our citrus all-purpose cleaner. It's gonna dissolve a lot of the grime that we typically have build up, especially on rubbers or plastics. So it's gonna be solid for getting a lot of the tire deposits off, a lot of that browning that typically builds up here, so mold release agents that happens on the tire. It's just gonna clean a lot of that up. The other cleaner that I just sprayed onto the wheel faces is gonna be our W6. So we have this in a spray bottle, but we have it in the standard bottles as well. I just keep this because it's a lot larger, easier. But as far as what this product's gonna do, it contains a sulfur-based derivative called sodium thioglycolate. What that's gonna do is it's gonna take any iron deposits that comes from your rotors or your pads, it's gonna dissolve them and shrink them down. You're gonna see a kind of bleed effect happen, especially if the wheels have a lot of caked up brake dust. This is gonna help dislodge that, and then we can kind of agitate it loosely and remove it from the wheel without having to scrub nearly as much. So it reduces damage and the kind of friction we have to do to clean these wheels up.
Your wheels are getting spotted. Where'd you go? This is nice, little brush action.
Spotted.
Yeah.
Citrus foam about to be full action right here. This is the most satisfying part.
Okay, so we just went ahead and finished our basic wash, and the reason why we're not gonna really do any type of chemical or physical decontamination is because it's brand new. So because all the surfaces on the car are brand new as far as the vinyl goes, and I kind of felt everything else, really no miles on almost anything. The wheels are brand new as well. We'd be wasting our time doing a decon procedure. It typically takes a couple months for that to start building up. If we were to be doing a decon at this stage, what we would do is we'd use the same cleaners that we use on the wheels. So we'd treat the lower panels and sections with our citrus all-purpose cleaner. That's called W5. Let that sit, that's gonna eat at any of the dirt that might have kind of gotten lodged into the film. None of that happened here, so we're gonna skip that. We could also use the iron and fallout remover. That's our W6. Again, it's not on the paint. We don't see any iron or fallout on the paint, so the product wouldn't really do its job. After that, that would be the chemical decon. We could clay as well, but we're gonna skip that too because it's, again, brand new film. It would kind of be redundant, and clay can naturally kind of get abrasive if we're using it with friction. So we sometimes could inflict damage on the wrap for no real upside. So we're gonna skip all those. We're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do a deionized water rinse on the car. That's just gonna help make sure that we don't have any total dissolved solids in our water that could cause spotting. And then we're gonna dry it, and then we'll go ahead and coat it with our Halo. All right, I spoke too soon on the hood. The hood is not new like the rest of it. I felt it, there's a lot of roughness to it. So I am gonna go ahead and clay it. What clay is this essentially a synthetic putty, and it's going to kind of absorb a lot of the particles. Over time, dirt kind of gets dislodged and kind of gets deeper into the pores of the paintwork, or in this case, gel coat, because we have kind of a resinous gel coat on this carbon fiber. This will kind of act like adhesive for that stuff that's stuck into the pores. So think of this same thing as kind of exfoliating your skin. That's what it's doing to the paintwork. We need to lubricate it so that we don't inflict damage. So I'm gonna use our quick detailer. And really it's a pretty straightforward process. I'm just gonna do a couple sprays, And I'm gonna go on a back and forth motion, and you can actually hear it kind of working.
Oh, yeah, nice.
And where I've clayed, now it's very smooth compared to this, so you can almost hear.
Oh yeah.
Still
dude,
a little bit
huge.
left, still a little bit left, so that means you have to go a little bit more. But if we were to skip this step, all of that would kind of get locked in with our coating, and we want to avoid that. This will just help to kind of soften it.
And what is that?
It's tree sap, so this is resin from a tree.
Okay.
We have to try and get it off. This is really hard to remove when it's really thick like this.
Yep.
I'm gonna use tar and glue remover. You're gonna have to treat it a couple times. And you gotta be careful with this stuff if you use it. Don't use it on headlights or taillights. It can kind of actually blow them up a little bit. It'll make them crack.
So this is pretty gnarly.
Yeah, this is some strong stuff, but it'll eventually start
yeah.
to kind of remove it.
Oh yeah.
And this stuff is really aggressive and abrasive. You can kind of hear it. So you just have to keep kind of checking your towel, making sure you're not grinding it into the paint. And there's going to be a spot there because it kind of ate into the paintwork. So I might have to do a little bit more kind of polishing right there.
Yeah, how do you finesse that?
After this, it'll leave a mark, and then I'll have to use an abrasive, like a machine polish,
Oh, got it.
to kind of level out that spot in the paint. It'll leave kind of a divot.
Didn't crack on there? That's just like a dry.
No, this is product, yeah. So this is compound. So this is going to take a lot of those defects out and replace them with smaller defects, and then I'm going to polish afterwards, and that's going to remove the defects that are installed on these. I'll do half the hood so we can kind of see a difference.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Now, is that just a regular old?
Yeah,
regular?
just some microfiber. So what you're going to see, we still have holograms here because I used a rotary machine, but there's more pop. So this looks a lot more dull. There's a lot of richness here, but we still see a lot of those kind of cloudy looks. Those are the defects installed by the machine. So we remove the heavy haze and defects, and you can kind of see a little bit more color and pop on this side. Now what I need to do is remove these kind of clouds that we call holograms and refine them further so we can't really see them with the human eye.
Dude, he's giving you the works.
Heck yeah. That wasn't
mean, it's
even
kind
on
of
the
in the name.
agenda today. We're going above and beyond. I love it. Yeah, the gel coat, it has, particularly the past like 6 months it's been sitting out in the sun, but also
seen better days.
7 years old. And you're supposed to really sand it down
Still
and then
23.
clear coat it. And wait, what?
Sorry.
Wait, what?
You said
You
6'7"?
said 6'7".
Oh, 6'7". Oh, okay, I didn't even mean to do that.
Yeah.
I really didn't mean to do that, but it is
Okay.
like 6'7", years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you are supposed to usually sand it down and clear coat it yourself, do the proper way so it doesn't ever yellow, but I didn't do that, so heck yeah. Thanks, dude. 6'7". 6'7".
You know what I think? It's like those like little glowy
Oh, I
aliens.
can polish this.
Yeah, so and if you feel it, you'll notice a huge difference in the texture. So that versus that. It's
Hey, give it a
big-
little feel, buddy. Give her a little. It's a side-by-side situation. Oh yeah.
Is this my car or a dolphin? I don't know. I can't tell you if my eyes are closed. Definitely a dolphin.
Wait, can you see the difference? Like, see how this one looks like all nebula-y?
Well, this one and more yellowy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Wow.
So I just went ahead and used panel wipe, so that's going to be our alcohol prep solution. It removes any oils and residues that would inhibit the bond of Halo. And now I've just installed Halo to this panel. We're going to go around and kind of do the rest of the vinyl and all these resin tops and carbon fiber too.
Nice. Wow. How long does this last?
So this is going to be a 24-month coating.
Okay. And when you redo it, you have to redo the whole process, or?
Ideally, yes. You want to go ahead and do a decon. You know, since this is brand new, we could skip some of it, but you will want to do a more in-depth kind of claying process. Maybe polish some spots of the film. It's hard to polish film because it's not like clear coat. You can't remove a lot of the actual, you know, surface, but you can kind of polish out some minor defects that can come out over time with the film. Yeah, and then you would go ahead and just recoat as we're doing today.
Is this like water resistant? What all does it do?
Yeah, so Halo is going to be an oleophobic and hydrophobic coating. So it's going to increase something called your water contact angle, which is essentially how tight your water beads are sitting on the panel. Halo can do that up to about 115-degree water contact angle, which is industry leading. So it's going to be very hydrophobic and repel water. The benefit behind Halo is we have siloxanes in there as well that are going to increase the oleophobics or oil resistance. So it makes it easier to clean off track residue. If you have oil or things that kind of sling up onto the paint, anything that's going to be tar or kind of rubber based is also going to repel a little bit easier, be kind of less prone to sticking, especially to vinyl, which is typically going to be a little bit of a tackier thing compared to clear coat.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it just makes it easier to maintain.
So this is like really for people like on the road, but also race car stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Really, anything where you have a use to make it easier to maintain, and you want to do less kind of involved maintenance to get it to reset to kind of good as new.
I've been hungry for affection, baby, best believe that you got my attention, baby, now I see you're there in my reflection, you're a part of me, and it's in peace. Hide and seek till I find you, oh, I found you, oh, I found you, yeah. Hide and seek till I found you.
All right, so we went on ahead and finished the paint. We're gonna go ahead and dial in the windows as well. The product of choice for that is gonna be our G1, which is our Clear Vision Smart Glass. G1 is a chemically bonding coating that will last up to about 20,000 miles or so. Even on windshields with your wipers going, it's gonna be a pretty abrasion resistant coating. It's gonna give her a little bit better visibility, easier cleanability as well. As far as the application goes, you're gonna get 2 bottles inside the box. G1 is the actual coating. Follow the instructions included. Kind of an abridged version is you're going to do 3 layers on your windshield, 1 layer on your side glass, let that set and kind of cure for 15 minutes, come back and remove the residue with the G2, which is included, and that's our residue remover with this applicator that's also inside the box.
Nice. Sick. Thanks, Tutor.